The FIA will implement a rule change in 2025 that will prevent the Mini DRS aerodynamic innovation used by McLaren. In the midst of this situation, a number of prominent figures in the Formula One world have expressed their views on Flavio Briatore, who is considered a controversial figure with a bad reputation. Meanwhile, strong rumors are circulating about Franco Colapinto, who is predicted to play an important role in 2025. On the other hand, a former F1 driver also recalled a key moment from the Grand Prix where McLaren missed their only big chance, when Max Verstappen was reported to be nervous about the 2024 season. All of this is an interesting topic of discussion worthy of further discussion. At the recent World Council in Rwanda, the FIA officially introduced 2 new regulations that will be implemented for the 2025 season. These regulations include both sporting and technical changes aimed at improving the safety and efficiency of Grand Prix racing. From a sporting perspective, the FIA has added a requirement for drivers to use a cooling system in the event of extreme weather conditions during the race. Meanwhile, from a technical point of view, the rules on the use of the drag reduction system, DRS, have been modified to prevent the use of extreme solutions such as those used on the MCL38 on circuits with fast track characteristics. From next year, the use of the cooling system will be mandatory if the official FIA weather system records air temperatures above the threshold of 30.5 degrees Celsius, or if the race director decides that weather conditions require such a measure to prevent the risks posed by extreme heat. As a result, the minimum weight of the car, including the driver, will be increased by 5 kilograms during the race weekend. This addition is intended to compensate for the extra weight caused by the presence of the cooling system. Regarding the DRS system, the FIA Technical Department, headed by Nicholas Tombatsis, has decided to reduce the distance between the movable flap and the main profile of the rear wing. This decision was taken as a precautionary measure to prevent other teams from developing a solution similar to the one used by McLaren for the 2025 season. The Woking team will use a low-drag rear wing design known as Mini DRS. This design allows for a significant reduction in drag at high-speed sections of the track by deforming the wing profile. This innovative solution has been used effectively at tracks such as Spa-Francorchamps and Monza. However, its use caused great controversy during the Azerbaijan Grand Prix, when Oscar Piastri managed to win with McLaren. In the race, he beat Ferrari's Charles Leclerc, who was unable to attack on the home straight despite having DRS fully activated. Based on these considerations, the FIA decided to reduce the distance between the flaps in closed and open conditions in relation to the main profile. Previously, this distance was between 10 to 15 millimeters. Now it has been changed to 9.4 to 13 millimeters. However, the FIA has maintained the maximum distance between the two elements at 85 millimeters. In addition, to prevent excessive or extreme use of the DRS, the FIA has also specified that only 2 flap movement positions are allowed. The movable element must return to its original position after closing. This rule suggests that in 2024 there may be different ways of using DRS than before. On the other hand, Franco Colapinto, one of the best rookie drivers this season, faces a rather complicated situation. So far, he has not secured a seat for the 2025 season. His team, Williams, has decided to recruit Carlos Sainz from Ferrari to partner Alex Albon, leaving Colapinto uncertain about his future in F1. Franco Colapinto himself joined the team after the Dutch Grand Prix to replace Logan Sargent, giving him a 9-race chance to prove his ability and convince the team to give him a seat for next season. He made an impressive debut, scoring 4 points in his second race in Azerbaijan and adding another point at the United States Grand Prix. However, his form began to wane towards the end of the season, marked by a series of incidents that hampered his progress. In a 3-week period between Brazil and Qatar, he was involved in 4 accidents, which had a negative impact not only on his career but also on the team. As a result of these incidents, Williams now faces the threat of a penalty for the risk of exceeding the set budget limit. Red Bull is one of the teams that had shown great interest in Colapinto, especially after his brilliant and promising start to the season. Initially, it was expected that Colapinto would join the RB team, either with Yuki Tsunoda or Liam Lawson, depending on which one of them did not replace Sergio Perez. However, the situation seems to have changed as Red Bull are no longer interested in Colapinto. However, Colapinto's chances of competing in the Premier Class next year are not completely closed. It is known that Christian Horner is not the only team principal interested in the talented Argentinian, who is believed to still have a great chance to continue his career in this prestigious event. According to journalist Joe Saward in his Green Notebook, The final plan of the Alpine team is to replace Jack Doohan with Capino. This move has been discussed many times before, especially during the Abu Dhabi GP. Doohan, who made his debut at the Yas Marina circuit, replaced Esteban Ocon, who decided to join the Haas team. The young Australian rider did not have his best race at the end of the season, finishing last in qualifying, although he did manage to finish 15th. Although Doohan has been announced as a rider for next season, Saward claims that this is not too important, especially if Doohan is faster than Capino. The main concern for the Alpine team, according to Saward, is the potential sponsorship income that the Argentinian rider could bring. This is in line with Briatore's recent statement, which revealed that changes in the future cannot be ruled out. "My job is to bring Alpine back to the top, and in F1 there is no room for feelings," he said in an interview with Auto Hebdo. This statement suggests that performance on the track will be the main criterion in the decision to retain or replace a driver. However, marketing factors are likely to play an equally important role. Briatore is working hard to make the Alpine team more profitable. One of the strategic steps taken is the French team's decision to use Mercedes engines for the 2026 season. This step was taken to save the high costs of developing their own engines. In addition, Capino's presence also brings a breath of fresh air to the team, with a £25 million sponsorship package that can help Alpine improve its financial situation. This makes him a very attractive option for the team. However, although many consider Capino to be a pay rider, he cannot be underestimated. His talent is already very evident, although he is still in the developmental stage and in the process of reaching the peak of his abilities. Finally, former F1 driver Mark Schurer explained that McLaren missed a crucial opportunity to worry Verstappen in the title fight. McLaren failed to send a warning to Max Verstappen during the Hungarian Grand Prix, which was a difficult race for McLaren despite the British team's dominant 1-2 finish. Oscar Piastri led the way, followed by Lando Norris, but Norris came out of the pits ahead of his teammate, causing chaos in the final laps. Red Bull team boss Christian Horner did not understand McLaren's move. Norris reluctantly let his teammate pass at the end of the race, losing 7 points as he tried to catch Verstappen. Schurer explained that Norris and McLaren had actually missed a crucial opportunity to keep Verstappen on his toes and keep the pressure on in this season's Formula One World Championship battle. Speaking to Formel1.de, he said, "Lando Norris is the fastest driver in our team. Oscar Piastri certainly has an incredible talent and a very bright future in racing, but this year we have put more emphasis on the importance of being number one in the standings, especially in terms of team management, which is very important. This was especially evident in Hungary, where team strategy was crucial to the race. If Norris could score more points than Verstappen, there is a good chance that Max Verstappen would feel more pressure and even more nervous, which could lead to mistakes from him. The team should take advantage of this to tighten the competition at the top." Despite not always having the fastest car on the grid, Verstappen was able to show his ability by making the difference at several key moments throughout the season. In the end, his efforts and resilience paid off with a 4th title, an achievement that deserves a thumbs up. Of course, this achievement puts even more pressure on him and the team behind him to maintain this high level of performance and prepare for next season. I would be very interested to hear your views on this situation. Do you think McLaren has the potential to win the Drivers' Championship next season? I would love to hear your thoughts and insights in the comments below. Good luck, and I look forward to seeing you next time.